Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of St. Francis Xavier. St. Francis is one of the greatest missionaries in the Catholic Church and the patron saint of travelers and missionaries. He was born on April 7, 1506, in the castle of Xavier in the Kingdom of Navarre, which is now part of Spain. He was born into a noble family with wealth and strong political connections, but his childhood was marked by conflict. His homeland was invaded by neighboring Spain, and his family lost power. Still, young Francis grew up with a good education and a deep desire to rise in life. At the age of 19, around 1525, Francis left home and went to study at the University of Paris, which was one of the most prestigious institutions of the time. There he met a fellow Spaniard named Ignatius of Loyola, a former soldier who had turned to a life of deep faith and spiritual discipline. St. Ignatius saw something in him. His energy, intelligence, and ambition repeatedly challenged with the words, "What will it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul?" Those words pierced St. Francis's heart. Eventually, he gave up his worldly ambitions and joined Ignatius and was ordained a priest. In 1541, Francis was sent as a Jesuit missionary to India at the request of the King of Portugal. He sailed for more than a year, enduring storms, huge waves, and illnesses, and arrived in the Portuguese colony of Goa in India. There, he started preaching and taught local people about basic catechesis and baptized them. He walked barefoot through villages and taught people simple prayers and Christian teachings. His humility moved thousands, and over time, he traveled even farther to southern India, Sri Lanka, and Malaysia, converting thousands of people. But Francis Xavier's mission did not end there. In 1549, he journeyed to Japan, becoming the first Christian missionary to set foot on Japanese soil. He embraced Japanese culture and earned local respect, laying the groundwork for future Christian missions and formed a small Christian community. Yet Francis had a bigger dream, which was China. He believed that if he could reach China, he could influence the entire continent. In 1552, he set out on a final voyage, aiming to meet the emperor and request permission to preach. But when he reached the island of Shangchuan off the coast of China, he contracted malaria and fell gravely ill while waiting for a boat to take him inland. He was alone except for a young assistant and died on December 3, 1552, at the age of 46. He never made it to mainland China, but his legacy was huge. It was said that during the colonial period, he was the most successful missionary, for he baptized over 40,000 people. After his death, his body was brought back to Goa, India, for burial. Today, his body is placed in a silver casket and is kept inside the Basilica of Bom Jesus, located in Old Goa in India. This basilica is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is one of the sacred pilgrimage sites in Asia. Today, he is venerated as the patron saint of travelers and missionaries, and his feast day is celebrated every 3rd of December. If you like stories like this, support us, follow, like, and